Buckle up, comic fam. We got some fun stories to get into. Not before we touch on the sponsor of the show, Keycollector Comics. This is the best comic book app that exists on the market. There is a button right on the home screen, right when you go onto the app, and it's called Recently Added. This is a button you need to familiarize yourself with. This is a button that if you don't regularly check when you're already on the app, you got to. You got to be checking it every day. This is where the daily updates go. When Keycollector does updates to comic book categories on the app, and these categories, there are so many different ones on this application. But when there's a new book that needs to be documented, well, it hits the recently added section for you to consume. And there's one that was recently added that I am so stoked about, never heard of.
Yeah, I've never heard of this either. And I just got to read it verbatim here because it's so interesting. It's a Squadron Supreme trade paperback #1. This came out in 1997, and we're talking about the first print. So listen to this. In accordance with the writer Mark Grenwald's wishes, his cremated ashes were mixed with the ink into the first edition printings of this trade paperback. So you have the ashes of a writer in this book, and I've never, ever heard this.
Yeah. You think like this is something that would come up at some point, but this is the first for me.
Yeah, whether you like it or don't think it's morbid or not, it's still something you kind of want to know. And that's what's awesome about this recently added section, because the whole app is very large and there's so many ways to get lost. But really, if you just want to hear the latest and greatest, it's just a great way to filter through it daily or every other day and just be like, okay, this is new.
That's right. Do yourself a favor. Keep up with the comic book market. Download Keycollector. The links are in the bio. Look for the welcome button right on the home screen. You use code TOM101 and you get a free week subscription. It unlocks the app in its entirety.